Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. If you're a corporate person or you're somebody whose work requires that you wear makeup every day, then this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through how to create an everyday makeup look for work. You can also wear this look to school if you're a student. So I start by spraying my setting spray, my Hydra Drop-In Mist from Beth Mien, all over my face. I wait for that to dry down, then I go ahead and I add a primer. The primer I'm using today is the Vee Beauty primer. It's a blurring primer and also controls oil. The goal is to control oil because I'm an oily girl. Now I spread that all over my face with my hand. Then I go ahead and then I take my powder, my translucent setting powder from Hegai and Esther. Then I use it to set the primer. So I use a powder puff to do that. Now it's a bit yellow, so you have to be careful if you're using a yellow powder, you have to be careful so that you don't look too yellow. When I am done, I go ahead and I draw my brows. Now to draw my brows, I brush through the hairs, then I draw the line. And I go ahead and then I fill in. I draw upward strokes at the beginning, shade the middle, then I draw my tail. Now I don't conceal my brows, so I make sure I get the shape right so that I don't have to go in with the concealer. Then I brush through the brow hairs and then I'm done. Next I do my foundation. Now when I'm doing my foundation, I sometimes use a brush or a beauty blender. I take a little product and then I apply it on the outer perimeter or the outer part of my face. Then the excess from the brush, I put it at the middle part of my face. That's my nose, and then my cheek area where my pores are, like where I have a lot of pores. Now because I am an oily skin person, my skin tends to get really oily throughout the day. I don't put too much product other parts of my face so that I don't get any separation and then I don't get very, very oily throughout the day. Next, I apply my concealer. Usually, I use Beautiful Bronze to do this process, but for today, I'm using my Elegant concealer in Chestnut. Now, the goal is not to brighten. The goal is to conceal, hide my dark circles, my discoloration, and then to brighten a little. So the shade of concealer is just like a little lighter than my skin tone. I applied on my chin, around my mouth where I have my mustache, under my eyes, and then on the bridge of my nose. So when I'm blending the area on the bridge of my nose, I blend it upwards. Then I use the excess on my forehead. Then I go ahead and then I blend my under eye. Now, because I am an oily skin girl, I make sure that whatever products I am placing onto my skin, I tap it in, or I pat it in into my skin. I don't drag it all over so that I don't move the product. Now I take the excess from the brush and then I apply it on my eyelids to hide the discoloration on my eyelids. Next, I take my foundation brush and I use it to blend out the harsh lines on my face. You don't want to walk around with your concealer looking like very harsh, so I use my foundation brush to blend that out. Next, I use these three powders, the lighter one, my exact powder, and then the darker shade in the palette. I use the lighter one to set the areas where I place the lighter concealer. Then I use the one that is my exact shade to set my entire face. Then I go ahead and then I use the darkest shade in the powder palette to, set or to contour. I don't do a cream contour. When I'm doing my makeup for work, I don't do a lot of cream stuff. I do a lot of powders. Now, for this step, I either use a powder puff, a brush, or a beauty blender, depending on what's available to me during that time. Now, contouring is pretty optional. You can decide not to go with the contouring, but sometimes I like to do a contour just to, give my face more definition. You don't have to do it. You can skip it. It's entirely optional. So this is me setting my entire face. Like I said earlier, I press the product into my skin. I don't swipe it or like drag it all around. I just press the product, tap, tap the product into my skin. Next, I take the powder that I use to set my entire face and then I place it on my eyelids. One, to set my eyelids so that it doesn't crease or get oily throughout the day, and also to hide the discoloration on my eyelids, and also like to give me like a matte brown eyeshadow look. You can use a bronzer for this purpose, but I use a powder that's close to my skin tone. Next, I line my eyes. Now, lining your eyes is entirely optional. If you don't like to line your eyes or you have very, very sensitive eyes, you can skip this part. But I line my eyes because it catches the fallout from the mascara that I use. I have very, very curly lashes, so when I apply mascara, they tend to like smudge on my lower lash line, so I like to go in with a liner before my mascara to catch any like fallout or any smudging. Next, I spray my face. I set my entire face with my setting spray. As I wait for that to dry down, I use my mascara. I always apply mascara after setting spray so that the product doesn't seep into my skin. Now with your mascara, you can apply as many coats as you like. It's not like it's up to you entirely. I have very, very small lashes, so I like to like apply a lot of coats. Now, applying mascara on your lower lash line is entirely optional. You don't have to do it, but I like to do it because it opens up my eyes, so I like to do it. Next, I go in with my powder again to set the setting spray. I don't know if it makes sense, but I like to apply powder after setting spray just to give everything like a clean look. Next to the lips, I love the Zikel lip gloss. Sorry, it's very pigmented. I love it. I use it to line my lids. Then I go in with a pink shade and I apply that in the middle. I get a lot of compliment when I do this lip combo. It suits my skin tone very, very well, so I like to do it a lot. Next is blush. Now blush is also entirely optional, but sometimes when I have like time, I apply blush on my cheeks just to, you know, add some color or some warmth to my skin. And this is the finished look. I love the fact that it is very lightweight. It doesn't look like I have a lot going on my face. It's like a no makeup look. It's very, very lightweight. You can wear this every day. You're still going to look put together. Your face is going to be even. You're going to look very nice, but still, you know, look presentable, you know, for work. If you like this look, share, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel.